It's been over 2 years since the original Dead Space scared the pants off just about everyone who played it. Its sense of isolation, brooding soundtrack, and vile necromorphs piled on the atmosphere so thick that some couldn't bring themselves to finish it. As one of the only remaining survival horror franchises left, Dead Space 2 has an entire genre on its shoulders.
It made you see things, didn't it? Things you didn't want to see. It spoke to me.
Once again, you play as mining engineer Isaac Clarke. After exterminating the necromorph infestation on the USG Ishimura and dealing with the death of his girlfriend in the first game, he is awakened in the psych ward of Titan Station, a human colony set up on Saturn's largest moon. He thought he had destroyed the ancient artifact called the Red Marker and the evil along with it, but Titan Station is swarmed with necromorphs, and his dead girlfriend is making cameo appearances. Much like the first game, the real lore is told through optional employee logs and on-the-fly transmissions. The cutscene quotient is certainly higher, but the post-mortem interactions with his girlfriend eventually wear thin. Most characters are never developed beyond simple banter and one-liners, making it difficult to care about their fate. The story is pretty forgettable until the final act, which has more twists and turns than a pile of guts. Dead Space 2's level design is about as straightforward as it gets. It's a corridor shooter through and through where you enter an area, the doors lock, and you're trapped until you kill everything that moves or solve a puzzle. Exploration is reserved for small nooks and crannies where you might be lucky enough to find an ammo cache or some health. It's impossible to get lost, and even if you lose your bearings, you can click the right stick to see the way forward. Save points are strategically scattered, along with stores to buy new weapons or gear, and benches that you can utilize to upgrade everything with nodes you unearth. The weapons follow the same utilitarian aesthetic as their forebears. Essentially a collection of mining tools, they're extremely effective at tearing the necromorphs to bits. The plasma cutter is Isaac's armament of choice, allowing him to switch its orientation to remove limbs both horizontally and vertically. A lot of the other tools are essentially shooter staples in a mining wrapper, so you get the typical proximity mines and flamethrowers in addition to the dissection apparatuses. Toss in alternate fire options for each, and it's a well-rounded arsenal, all slanted towards creating as much carnage as possible. Enemy variety was an issue in the first game, and while there are a few new ones here, you'll still tire of separating the same limbs from the same torsos by game's close. Absolutely frightening boss fights are more frequent, but